The anatomy of a shank is the cheek piece would be considered from ring to ring. If you were measuring this bit and you wanted to know the length of the cheek, you would measure from ring to ring. The shank is actually from the mouthpiece down. That would be the length of the shank. The purchase of a shank is from the mouthpiece up. You can adjust leverage factors by moving both of these. You can raise the purchase and intensify the leverage. You can shorten the bottom part of the shank and lessen the leverage. This would be a teardrop shank going to a shorter type cheek piece. This has a little range slide in here, a little movement before it actually takes a hold of a horse's mouth. It's a short cheek and is considered a real mild type shank. This shank is also a short type of cheek. It's a short cavalry cheek. It's swept back out of the way so that a horse can't bite it or lip it, and it's still real short, so there's not a lot of leverage that comes into play there. This is a gag shank. Gives you a little bit of elevation on a horse. With that limited amount of slide, you can still use a curb chain effectively with this type of gag bit. The longer type gag bits, curb chain's not very effective, but this gives you a lot of elevation in a horse. This cheek is considered a cavalry type cheek piece. It sweeps back out of the way. Again, a horse can't lip it or bite it. You have enough leverage here that you can achieve a lot of response with the collection from it. This is a swept back cheek. The difference in a swept back cheek and a cavalry type cheek is just the pull of the rein. You end up running out of leverage a little quicker with a swept back cheek than you would with a cavalry cheek. The balance factor is pretty much the same, and that's something I'd like to talk about if I could. The balance factor is one of the most important parts of a bit and the anatomy of a bit. A bit needs to have a quick release so that when you take a hold of the horse and you achieve the response you're looking for, when you release the bit, that it releases totally and gets all the pressure off the horse. Balance is critical, and as you can see, these cavalry cheeks tend to balance very, very well. You can take a hold of them and they'll rock right back to a good, comfortable position in a horse's mouth.